All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Brickz.
Yes, sir.
Season 4, Episode 2. I told y'all we was going to be more consistent and we sticking to it. I got Shebo with me. What's good, Shebo?
What's up, y'all? What's up? What y'all got going on?
What y'all got going on? We got a special guest today. Y'all can already tell by the voice.
Yeah. They know who it is. Jay Rich in the building. Jarvis, for y'all who don't know me, on my lit side. But go listen to the EP on all platforms, you feel me?
Check out the
like how you
EP.
support them people you don't know.
Yeah, good job.
I can't cuss today, so.
Good job. We try to keep it PG-13.
Yeah, keep it PG-13.
But yeah, man, so glad to have you here. And just a quick little side note. Every other week we're going to try to do an episode that's not very sports heavy. I had a lot of people tell me, they like the sports stuff, but they also like when we kind of do the episodes about conspiracy theories, music, and stuff like that. So we definitely got a bunch of diverse ways and themes that we're going to be trying to come to y'all and give y'all every other week. So this week, we're going to talk about basketball a little bit just because we got Duke UNC coming up. But next week will be more heavy sports. So, let's get started, y'all. Duke UNC, who y'all got? Shebo.
Man,
Sports analyst
Is Shebo Rojas.
Yeah, man, I got UNC in this one just because the weight of it all, backs against the wall. You got to win this to get into the NCAA tournament, let alone, get a good season, get into the ACC tournament. But 19-11 overall, 11-8 in the conference. Coming off a good win over Florida State, although they didn't finish like they were supposed to and get that margin of victory. But it's also, the last game. It could be the last game for Armando Bacot. He said in an interview today that he doesn't know if he's coming back or not. This may or may not be his last game at the Dean Smith Center.
Yeah.
For Leaky, definitely is. So definitely got to turn up for Leaky Black. And Duke is gonna come in. They gonna come in, and of course it's always gonna be a good game. Like the old saying goes, Duke and UNC always delivers. So
Yeah.
Duke is definitely gonna put up a fight and come in here ready to go. But I think UNC pulls it out at the end and goes into the ACC tournament on a high note and ready to play for the NCAA tournament and get into there.
Yeah. What a turnaround for this team almost. I'm not going to speak too soon. But it wasn't looking good. I didn't even think we were going to make it. I was telling everybody we were going to make it. So I just still don't know. It's still a possibility. Let's say we lose to Duke and can't get a win when we go to this ACC tournament. But I honestly, I agree with you. We won the last 2 games. We finally see Leaky Black getting more involved offensively. Pete Nance getting more involved.
Yeah.
Like, they're starting to play what, Hubert Davis calls Carolina basketball. So, my money's on the Hills this time. We'll see if they pull it off. What about you, Jarvis?
Yeah, I'm not a betting man. My money ain't gonna go nowhere, but like Shebo was saying, bro, Duke about to come in swinging, man.
Yeah.
We were just smoking that Coach K-Pack last game, so you feel me? They ain't gonna let that one slide. So I just know our boys better be ready, man. They can't be playing how they were playing earlier this season.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Especially since we already lost one in Durham.
And Duke definitely remembers that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That man Jeremy wrote, I'm sure it's ingrained in his mind, all that stuff that happened last year.
But see, we remember it too, though. We remember it
Yeah,
too. So
we do.
we got a reputation to uphold. You know what I'm saying?
They don't really have much to lose. They're playing for a double bye in the ACC tournament and a possible 2 seed in the tournament.
See,
we are playing for our lives.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we need it all.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Okay, but see, we're going to cut it off right there.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Not too much sports for y'all today. We're really going to get deep. We're going to really get deep today. A nice little deep dive. For those of y'all who don't know, me, Shebo, Jarvis, we are all a part of South of the Hill, a new organization that Jarvis and I created, giving back to the black community, amplifying black voices, and really just turning up campus and black UNC. So Jarvis is the president, I'll let him speak on it a little bit, and then we'll, start to talk more about black UNC and issues and things that we just kind of want to address.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Connecting the culture, that's the slogan. But South of the Hill started off as an ideal of mine I had for a while, but, during COVID and during a lot of things that happened to us during our time being here, we weren't able to fully connect as a community. I feel like it helped us become cliquish. You know, people kind of distance themselves off, and it's like at this point, Corona over. You feel me? So everything over. You feel me? We only got so much time in college left. We need to, start making the most of the time we have here. And so with that being said, from where I'm from, my hometown, Stockbridge, Georgia. We a very close black knit community, you feel me? And so we know what it's like to take care of your neighbors. We know what it's like to, everybody go out, have fun on the weekend. And it's strength and unity, you feel me? It's strength in all of us coming together, doing something and just having fun. Like, you don't necessarily have to be political action. You don't necessarily have to be advocating for our rights. And that's very important. But it's also important that we also realize how we are just equally college students here as any other race, any other person. And so South of the Hill started off just trying to connect the culture, I had it over the summer. We was at Clave with it.
Yeah.
I was really, it really got, Clave, for y'all who don't know, is we in a fraternity Omega Psi Phi, and Clave is like our biannual gathering. And so at that gathering, conference, more official. At the conference, that's where a lot of my ideas started really hitting the fan, because I just seen all the brotherhood around me, and I was like, man, we gotta have this, you feel me, at UNC. I know not equally as much as Q Psi Phi. Never saying I'm trying to make South Hill be a fraternity or sorority, but in aspect of the camaraderie and friendship, that's something I felt like was beneficial to carry over to the campus community. And so hit my boy up, Jaylen, you feel me? I was like, come on, bro, I need you to buckle down with me. I got this idea, you feel me? And then he been my road dog with it ever since. And yeah, bro, you know what's next after that. It's been a history since then. And so, right now, we had these phases. Like, I feel like we've been a company, and we've been hitting every phase, we've been hitting every goal. And so now we in the stage of just trying to implement, you feel me? And y'all just be on the lookout, because we taking over, bro. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible, but we taking over. It's really nothing to take over, but we gonna push us up there, man.
Right. I mean, like you said, it's nothing to take over per se, but like I said, the goal is to connect the culture and bring unity to campus, and that kind of leads me into this next talking point, just about some of the issues that people, especially people of color, black people, minority groups, have to face every day at UNC. And that was a big reason of why we even started South of the Hill, because I know for me, especially my freshman year coming here, I came from a school I came from a very white school. I was like the only black person in my grade. So for me coming into UNC, for a lot of people, it's not a lot of black people. For me, it was the opposite. I came here, I'm like, okay, everybody I'm seeing so far is black.
That is crazy.
And we, what I'm saying? We made this big little inner circle, but it was harder for me too to kind of find my niche, find people who could also relate to the same type of background I had. Not everybody come up from the same thing. So for me, it was really just putting myself out there. But that's me. I can't speak for everybody. So I felt like that was one of the biggest needs for this club, because there is so many black students and students of color on this campus who are more comfortable with just staying in their dorm, staying to themselves, keeping their friend group smaller, because they don't know these other people. All they're hearing is what people are saying, rumors and things like that. And that's when our slogan really comes into play, connecting the culture, because we're doing lip sync battles, we're doing fun events, we're doing family feuds, things that are fun. They don't really seem like they have a purpose outside of just being fun on paper. But when you really sit down and look at it, these are ways that we're building people together, doing team building exercises, doing things that are fun so people can get to know other people. Like, okay, you like this artist? I peeped you seeing Mary J. Blige. You like that artist too? Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of, I got to say about that.
I mean, just adding on to what you were saying, because I feel like that was an important thing you brought up. Like, there's a vast different amount of black people. Like, it's not one type of black person, you feel me? Like, for example, people have backgrounds where they are coming from house schools where they're only black people. People have backgrounds like me, maybe where they're coming from a house school that are majority black people. So it's like having culture shock for both people, you feel me? Like, I'm having a culture shock to where I'm not seeing as many of my races, where you having a culture shock to where you're seeing way more than what you ever had.
Right.
But it's like, how do we have that in the middle ground? You feel me? How do we make it to where people of the background from all white high schools can come and have fun at UNC the same way people from all black backgrounds can stay up and have fun at UNC? And that's about making the actual community here on campus. And so that's why I feel like it's important that we don't just address, you feel me, trying to create a black community, while also teaching people who maybe have never even had a black community to what it feels like to be a part of something bigger. And so I felt like that was, I didn't even think about that, but that's something you just said, bro. We gotta write that down.
Yeah, we really cooking right now.
Let
them cook.
Cooking for real.
But I want to ask y'all, like, Jarvis and Jaylen, as president and vice president, like, what is it like seeing the rapid growth of the organization? Because, I mean, y'all went from, like, the interest meeting. I know the interest meeting, this is, like, crazy story. We ran out of chairs. Y'all ran out of chairs.
Yeah.
Because there were so many people wanting to, see what this is about, be involved.
Yeah.
And then the first event, what was the first event?
First actual event, I would say was movie night.
Movie night. See,
and
there wasn't that many people at movie night,
Yeah.
but throughout the weeks, and then y'all got to lip sync battle, and it was like, a whole bunch of people in that auditorium. So what is it like seeing the growth of it so fast?
Honestly, man, it's amazing because, as I said earlier, we had these phases. Like, we actually been putting our time and effort and so much behind the scenes work. Like, it's so much that takes into making an organization that people don't talk about, and that's why a lot of times it don't get done. And so last semester, we really focused on, like, getting our organization established and then having a promo video shoot. And that was something that really big helped us out, too. Our promo video shoot, shot by CTV Studios, shout them out.
Shout out former co-host.
Y'all know Cam.
On the bigger and better. On the bigger and better. Not better. On the damn. He's on to different things in life. And so that promo video garnered over like 17,000 views, you feel me? And so that right there, I felt like we pride ourselves on coming off being like credible, being professional, being something that is actually thought being behind it. We don't want to just have a club that had a purpose of having a club. And so to answer your question, to see the growth has been incredible because we put a lot of time, effort, energy behind this, and we feel like all of our work is building upon each other. Like, we knew it wasn't going to be an overnight fix. Like, even for the information, for example, like, we had chairs out the door, people out the door for the informational, which, first movie night, it wasn't as packed as the information. You feel me? And so my thing is, it's important to accept the highs and lows while also learning and accepting that we are growing, you feel me, and we are going to continue to grow. So I feel like the success that we have had so far has been impactful and tremendous, and we should only continue this going forward.
And what's it like seeing like the younger classes, like 26 and 25?
Yeah.
Because 24, 23, they know y'all, they know
Exactly.
us. So y'all expect them to kind of peek in, but that first interest meeting, I mean, it was a whole bunch of faces we haven't seen, people we haven't talked to because they really want to know.
And that's what South of the Hill is, man, connecting the culture, bro. And so that's what makes me happier, you feel me? Like you said, I mean, of course, my people, my seniors and my juniors, like, of course I'm doing this for us. But at the end of the day, we only got a year left. People got a semester left. And so it's important that we try to make a lasting impact and at least go out with a bang. And so seeing my freshmen come, see my freshmen participate, see my sophomores participate and lip sync and informationals, get involved with clubs. Because some of our strongest supporters of South of the Hill will be the freshmen.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so they see something that they want to build and have on this campus. And I'm just happy and grateful that they accept my mission and they want to be a part of it. And so that's really influential to see the younger generation really take a loving or a liking to South of the Hill.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we both, everybody in this room is part of South of the Hill. I want the conversation to be too much just on us promoting the club the whole time. But I kind of want to hit on some of the things like that. I guess it can be seen as issues or maybe even things that are just different about UNC's culture that people may have a harder time adapting to. Like I already kind of spoke on, just getting used to friend groups and people. But, I mean, Shebo, Jarvis, either one of y'all can start. What would be one of the things, I guess, you may have struggled with coming into UNC or things that you currently see going on now? You're like, yeah, we should probably try to figure out how to fix this.
I would say that COVID year, that, coming in like that in 2020, we had the 2 weeks, a lot of people went home, some people stayed. I think that really put a hit on our class, just because I know for me coming back, I mean, I had like Jaylen, like we were the only people in our e-house suite that's supposed to have 8 people. It was just us 2, but we were also supposed to have some other people. They couldn't come because of COVID. And it's one thing to talk back and forth on Instagram and Twitter and over the phone, but like to not be able to do the normal college thing, when you were a freshman, like go to the dining hall as a group, go to stuff as a group, it's just different, and you feel sometimes you feel kind of disconnected from the people you felt like you should have been like connected with.
And I feel like Yeah, that's a great point. Like, we don't realize how like detrimental not getting all of that is to like our whole college experience, academically, socially, all of that. Because kind of like you were saying, like COVID year, I feel like we are the class that got impacted the most.
Yeah,
we was here for 2
definitely.
weeks. We seen the type of energy it was when we first got to campus. We were freshmen. We were happy to be here. We was linking up despite COVID. We was trying to make the most of the situation that we had, of course, safely, linking up safely.
Yeah.
But we would go, like, the black community was trying to be big then. Like, we would go have our nights at the ice hockey field. You feel me? Like, we'll be out there just, getting to know each other and fellowshipping. And I feel like once everything hit the fan and we all had to go home, like, that really put a halt on all the progress we was making. And it feel like that progress never picked back up. It feel like we just all got dissipated, or we all went our separate ways, and then it just stayed like that. And so, not to bring South of the Hill back up, but missions and clubs, I feel like, because it's not just South of the Hill, like it's a lot of clubs on our campus that are new, that are doing more to try to bring that campus and community aspect together, especially towards the black community.
Yeah, I agree. And like you were saying, that's just a big part of it, like recognizing how COVID really affected things. Because we hear from the seniors or the folks who graduated last year how different UNC was until COVID really changed everything up. And even the freshmen now, I feel like they're, like, for any freshman listening, is really value the time that y'all are having right now, because y'all are having the freshman experience that I wish Jaylen and Jarvis could have had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to that point, I feel like we also made the most out of what we were given, like,
We did.
and I feel like that's how at least 24 was able to build a little family, a little community.
You
starting
can't hold
off.
us down, bro.
Yeah.
You can't
24
hold
the
us
best
down,
class.
bro.
I'm gonna always say that.
Nah, we really is. And I feel like, I mean, just to bring up another problem I feel like that created, though, due to like us maybe not being as mingled with each other or intermingled with each other, is definitely just a borderline feeling of like competition almost, or I can't put a word on it, but I definitely feel like there has become strife. Strife would be a good word. It's like a borderline feeling of strife in the black community, I feel like, because since we all are trying to bring everybody together, do everything, I feel like it's about who could be the top dog or who could be the best. And I'm not speaking like any type of, I'm not going to get any more specific, but I feel like that's also, I feel like, has come out of COVID, because just due to people having to make it on their own, everybody trying to look out for themselves primarily first. And so I feel like that's something that has transpired into how we move as a community too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Shivo?
Yeah, I can definitely see that, but also want to, highlight the strength of that too is here at Black UNC. I do feel like we do a good job of supporting, everybody in their endeavors, man. Like, of course, like we've been talking about South of the Hill, like as fast as that's grown, and then BSM. I know they had a very successful ball this week. Yeah, and I also got to shout out Nick and Expressions, like that. The things he's doing with that, and it's so many people that want to be involved in that. Now it's like I think it's like a officially recognized part of like UNC Husman now.
Oh wow!
So
it is.
He's like built that up from the ground up. And, we see him every day, how hard he works for that. So I think Black UNC has done, some good things with supporting people. They can always, we can always improve.
Yeah.
And how we move and how we perceive people too.
Yeah,
like you
that's
said,
a big one.
we're different. We're not, black people is not like one, monolith of,
Exactly.
like we're different. You know what I'm saying? So I think appreciating our differences is a thing we should take and move forward with as well while we're here on campus, because I mean that's what makes us unique at the end of the day.
And like you said, we should take it from each other, because like, for example, some of y'all ain't never seen Friday, and I be thinking in my head like, how is that possible? Like, what are you talking about? But then you feel me, like, we different. You feel me? So why would I not want to put somebody on to that, or show somebody a piece of culture or a piece of black history almost?
That's a part of the culture.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna try not to get controversial with this, but one thing I do, and this can be a whole new subcategory, but I've heard people say, Black UNC is divided. And I feel like that is very true. And like you said, not to keep going back to South of the Hill, that's part of the goal with connecting the culture. But even when I came into UNC, I kind of peeped that. And it was people who were more standoffish, closed off. And I'm not going to say it was necessarily a feeling like, I'm better than you. But I can understand how other people would kind of perceive that. And I feel like the biggest part about that is trying to disassociate what you think about people from actually getting to know a person. So many people love to talk and make rumors. I mean, let's talk about our frat. You know what I'm saying? People love to look at Omega Psi Phi and put this stereotype on us. Yeah. Before I even joined the fraternity, you know what I'm saying? So, and that was kind of a big part of when I joined I was like, I want to help to break and change these stereotypes. And I feel like the biggest thing that Black UNC as a whole could work on is, instead of working to push other people down, sometimes building people up. I see this outside of Black UNC. This is an issue in the Black community. Like, people are so quick to either gatekeep or push somebody else down to make themselves look better. And that's something that I've seen kind of translate here in what I would even call like little microaggressions.
Facts. And let's put, like I'm about to say, you might want to put a definition on what it means to like put somebody down. It don't mean like just flat out blatantly saying, oh, they stuff sorry or they boo-boo, they trash. It also can be little things such as not reposting, such as telling, I'm not going to that, that's lame, or I'm not doing this, why would I do this? They ghetto, they not professional, they this, they that. And I feel like all of those things, like Jaylen said, are microaggressions that will only build up and continue the division. And then I guess I want to bring up another point too, like, let's get real with UNC, because I feel like the Black culture here is two Black cultures, you feel me? You got all the Black athletes, you feel me? And you got them going on what they do, and then you got the Black student body. You feel me? And so it's not a mix between the full Black culture, because I feel like, I mean, a lot of our Black culture is on sports teams here, and so that's something that I feel like we don't fully recognize either. Like we don't bridge that gap. Both sides for real though.
I mean, shout out Deuce. Shout out Uncensored Podcast, because he like to be out and doing stuff.
Nah, he do be out. My boy Deuce do be out, bro.
But we getting deep, so I'm gonna try to make it a little bit lighthearted again. Let's talk about party culture, and Black party culture specifically, because I like to tell people, as a Black student at UNC, you're going to get either one of two experiences. There's the other side of UNC where you kind of have IFC and all those other fraternities and having.
Let me stop.
Like going out to frat court, going out to Franklin.
MGC. That's the
multicultural one, right? I'm talking about the historically white fraternities and sororities and stuff.
I think that's IFC.
Yeah, that's what I said, IFC.
What did that stand for, though?
But well, I'll do my international something.
Frat Boy Association.
Well, the A at the end. Yeah. But people have two different experiences, to say the least, and I feel like our party experience. A lot of people complain about our party experience. It's either the same old. I'm not going to name drop, but the same.
You're gonna lose your deal. You're gonna lose your deal. But let me talk then. Look, so I feel like, to answer your question though, Jaylen, to be straight up, no other race, culture on here is strictly governed by one party association. Yeah. You feel me? And I feel like the problem with the Black community at UNC is that everybody like to talk, but nobody like to do. You feel me? So you can say as much as you want to about unsaid organization, but they are the only ones that I see out here physically promoting, physically trying to get people to come out, physically trying to, get promoters in the campus through different areas to have some type of involvement with the Black culture, because they reach us to like Central, State, like it be trying to get bigger. But I will say, that doesn't mean they should be the only ones, though. Yeah. You feel me? And so, people can't criticize if they're not gonna do it. You feel me? Because everybody love to go to a party, but nobody love to host a party. You feel me? And so you even, I don't know, bringing back, y'all probably don't know, but like when freshman year, you feel me? When I had my own place, I was throwing just small get-togethers. You feel me? Just like small gatherings for people to get to know each other. But then eventually they started like blowing up. Like they started getting bigger. And so it's like people just taking the steps and trying to initiate the fellowship instead of always saying, oh, I'm not doing this. That's too much. I'm not going there. Like that's part of the problem. You feel me? Because it's like if you're not going to that unsaid organization, then what are you doing? Staying in your room? Staying home?
Yeah.
Like, it's like so
complaining.
Exactly. Your only option is to not contribute to the black community or to contribute to the black community. Like you feel me? That shouldn't be how it looks. Like it takes a lot of people just to do other things like FSM, like these other organizations that are coming out as well.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with staying at home. It's just that, don't judge other people for what they like to do for fun. You know what I'm saying? Because people find fun in about anything. You might not see it fun, but for a certain group of people, they're gonna go there, they're gonna turn up, they're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
And I would say honestly, like Black UNC, there's from my experience, it's not a lot of, like you say, like self-thrown parties. Like it's not a lot of this person, he just throwing something, just throw something.
Yeah.
And like we gotta go to Durham to have a good time. We gotta go somewhere else, and it's nothing wrong with that. But when we describe the party culture to upcoming classes and the young ones, it's like we have parties, but
we have them. They're there,
but it's not the same like the other side where they having a scheduled party every Thursday
but I don't know
night.
though. Do you feel like, or this is a thought that came because we can't neglect the fact that I feel like a lot of these other people have houses that are in close proximity to campus. A lot of these other people have a lot more people that stay outside and around Chapel Hill, whereas I feel like, I don't know the statistics of it, but majority of in Rams. Oh,
You good?
Nah, my fault, bro. I'm not trying to cuss. I'm sorry, but the majority of black community is probably in Rams. You feel me? And so I feel like that's something we got to take into account too. I mean, it's definitely a economic divide, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that we are any less connected as a culture.
Yeah, Rams. We've had experiences with the Rams.
We've had experiences.
They didn't let you throw no party around, bro.
Not even a kickback.
Like, not even a kickback.
Not even a kickback.
Like, come on, this supposed to be on-campus apartments. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we've had our run-ins with Ram authorities, I guess.
I've been going crazy this year, though.
I mean, we have earlier in the semester.
When last year, we barely got anything.
Yeah.
Like last year when we stayed in Rams, we barely got anything.
When we threw with that one game night last year.
Yeah. When I had that little CSS.
You did.
I got in. Somebody knocked on the door.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Did you ever tell us that?
Nah, cause I think I don't know if she was RA.
We used to all live together.
Yeah, we used to all live together. She told me, she was like, just quiet down. I said, all right, I got you. And she just left.
Well, this is news to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, well, look, we nearing the end of the podcast. I know this was a quick one. We had some technical difficulties. But I'm going to just have everybody kind of do a closing remark. So I'll start off. My closing remark is this. I feel like there's a lot of potential on this campus. There's a lot of good things that's being done. And there's always ways and areas for people to improve. So when you go out into the pit, if you don't go here, if you're out doing whatever you do, take some time to think about, for one, how can I improve myself? How can I be a better person than I was yesterday? Another thing, how can I help somebody else? How can I be a better person to somebody else who I don't know who looks like me?
Yeah.
And then the third thing, go have some fun, man. College ain't supposed to be stressful all the time. So it's stressful, but don't let it always get the best of you. Like, go out, have some fun. Go to that party you swore down you weren't gonna go to, and watch you have some fun.
People be making excuses, bro. I have 19 credits this semester, and I'll still be out.
You're crazy.
Okay, and I'm still getting my work done, though. But I just need to say,
get your work done.
Get your work done.
Yeah. Don't blame the Brickz if you fail your midterm.
Don't be a crash. But closing remarks definitely would be my people who not as involved because maybe they feel like it's not fun, it's not worth it, they're not gonna do that. My thing is, you are only here for 4 years. You are only here for 4 years. you're going to regret graduating here and not have sat in the quad when it's hot outside like all the millions of other people. You're going to regret not going in the pit when we put our drip on and we out there taking pictures and going viral on TikTok. Like, all that is going to come full circle and make only your experience better. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you study better. It's going to make everything better because it's like you feel more connected with the community. Like, it should not feel like you're in prison here.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people feel like they go to class, they go to their room, hang out with their 2-3 friends, and it's prison. And I mean, I felt like that too. And so that's why we trying to do something. But that take everybody stepping up, everybody getting out their shell, everybody putting their pride to the side. Because it's like what we've been proud for. Like, we all UNC black students. We all go through the same struggles. Nobody better than nobody. Nobody different than nobody. So let's be like these other people and come together easily and have fun. Because y'all seen it. Like, that last time at the pit, that's probably one of the best days in the pit.
Oh, yeah. That was my best Friday this semester.
Nah, facts. This whole semester. And so if you missed it, I hate that for you. But
I genuinely do.
It's definitely like, that should be our goal. We should be doing that at least once a month, I say. Yeah. We should be going out there and having fun. Just because that's a stress relief, bro. You feel me? Like, we be stressed already as it is being black people here at UNC. And so we should be able to relieve our stress and be able to have fun any way we see fit.
Yep.
Any way we see fit.
Yeah, my closing remarks is, everybody, find what you like, find what fits you and where you fit in. And, like Jarvis and Jaylen said, have fun. Because, like they said, this is only a few years of your life. A lot of people say it's supposed to be the best years of your life, but unfortunately for some people, it's not always that way. But you can always make a way to find positive out of every negative situation. So, go outside, do you, be yourself, and also have a very good spring break for all of you.
Wait, hold on. What's everybody doing for spring break?
Oh, me? I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go party with my boys at Mercer University. Shout out to my slide hitters.
Nobody know where Mercer at.
Mercer University in Macon, Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah,
but
about an hour from Stockbridge.
2 hours from me.
You know we're gonna be.
We going to Miami.
Miami.
That's really all we gotta say.
I can't even say too much.
We can't say too much. We might just have to have an episode dedicated to.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to. Jaylen gonna have
break. We gotta hear about Mercer.
Oh yeah.
Mercer go crazy though. Some stuff be going down at Mercer, bro.
Yeah.
What happens in Mercer stays in Mercer?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Shout out, Janae.
Not like that. Not like that.
Nah, Miami. You feel me? But I just, we're gonna have a good time. It's not gonna be too much. I'm not gonna say too much.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But if you're going out this spring break, have a safe spring break. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us again. Y'all see us again next week. Y'all stay active on the Instagram. We'll be posting polls. We want to see what you guys want to hear from us. And we'll do a poll also to see who y'all got on Friday.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for having me. Appreciate y'all. This is a wonderful thing y'all doing here, man.
We got a sound effects panel. I'm gonna figure out where the clap button is. Go ahead.
That's the trombone. Don't press that.
Where's the clap?
Right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
All right, we getting more professional.
We getting more professional.
But also, stream.
Stream J Rich Words from the Heart.
Words from the Heart.
He almost forgot the title, but it's alright though, because I know he was meaning good. Yeah, stream at all platforms. New music dropping soon, man. I just definitely been busy with everything we got going on this semester. So yeah, but thanks for having me. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all go follow and subscribe to Brickz too. Brickz podcast.
Follow the Brickz. Look out for South of the Hill as well. More events coming soon.
SOTH_UNC
Soft
on IG.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all again next Friday. We out.